Hello, friends. I'm Anson Thomas, and once again, a voice for the voiceless. Today, I would like to share with you an article which appeared in one of the leading newspapers. It mentioned shun extravagance, focus on litigants as High Court is temple of justice, not seven-star hotel. This was mentioned by none other than the Chief Justice of India, Bushan Gavai, when he came to lay the foundation of our High Court in Mumbai. Dear friends, it's a great statement made by our Chief Justice of India, Bushan Gavai. I was very happy when I read this article. But then again, at the back of my mind, what came was, does a Chief Justice practice what he preaches? Or is it just that he is making a statement at the fag end of his career as the Chief Justice of India, as he is going to retire, as he is preaching to other High Court judges that the High Court should be a temple of justice and not a seven-star hotel? How true and correct it is. It should be focused on the litigants. But then a lot of things came forward in my mind that if the Chief Justice of India is truly speaking about the litigants, our great Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, the architect of our Indian Constitution, practiced what he preached. And he did not just preach, but he practiced. So we need such type of judges and Chief Justice who practice what they preach and to follow the law. And as rightly said, focus on the litigants. But then, what came in my mind was there were so many litigants who were denied justice. One among them is IPS Sanjeev Bhatt, a Gujarat cadre police officer who was arrested and still in jail. I'm not going much into the detail of the case, as the whole of India and the whole of world knows, because it has appeared in the newspaper and in the media. And he had applied for bail before the Honorable Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has denied. Yes, the Supreme Court has got the power to deny bail. And there are a lot of judgments regarding bail. Much more, I'm sure that the Honorable Court is aware about delivering bail. And bail has been given to many people who were murderers and criminals and all these type of people. But bail is denied to IPS police officer Sanjeev Bhatt. I would like to come forward with a recent Supreme Court judgment which acquitted a ticket collector after 37 years for taking bribe of 50 rupees. He is no more. Today, the Honorable Supreme Court has acquitted the ticket collector. Is our Honorable Supreme Court going to acquit this IPS officer many years afterwards and say, oh, this was a mistake done? And a Honorable Chief Justice, when he has got the power and position to look into the matter, I, as an ordinary citizen, have always been wondering, is this not injustice being done to this IPS officer who has done his duty? Very sad. And what about vote chori? This too was presented before the Honorable Supreme Court regarding the Election Commission. And finally, what is the verdict? There was evidence about vote chori happening in Karnataka, Himachal, and all these places. This matter was presented before the Honorable Supreme Court. And finally, what is the outcome? As a citizen of a country, for me, the vote which I cast, it has got value. It's precious because we want the right leaders to come and lead our country, our democracy, and see that the constitution of a country is followed. If wrong people come, even through vote chori, what's going to happen? What good are they going to do to our country? And this is a big question mark which is there in my mind. And it appears to me that there's something much more than what the eye can see. In the right decision not taken by the Honorable Supreme Court. It should have been much more sensitive. And what about the Maharashtra election which came before the Honorable Supreme Court, and the whole matter was argued by eminent lawyers like Kapil Sibal, Prashant Bhushan, and this matter was heard in length. And finally, when justice was supposed to be delivered, the Honorable previous Chief Justice said he's got a lot of other matters. Was this matter not important? That the outcome of the hearing, the argument was supposed to be delivered. Is this not injustice done to the people, to the citizen, to the litigants of a country by the Supreme Court of India? Dear friends, it's very sad that when justice is supposed to be delivered, we are just preaching about justice and not practicing justice to be delivered to the people of a country and nation. In the Bible, Nathan, just an ordinary prophet, he confronts and tells King David that you have committed sin. Yes, because King David committed adultery and he committed murder. Even if it was the king of Israel, an ordinary prophet tells him, you have committed sin. And that is where we need people to tell even the king, you have committed sin, you have committed wrong. And it is not just preaching from the mouth or from the pulpit, but practicing. We need people to practice even in the Supreme Court of India and in the lower courts of India. And if the High Court is made like a 7-star palace or a hotel, when the litigants come over there, it is the public money which has been put in for this particular project of the High Court. People are not going to come and stay over there. They will come and go. They will be given the facility. If the Chief Justice of India can travel by private jet of political parties and attend high-end parties of politicians and political parties, and if retired judges can have Mercedes car with the nameplate, with all those inscriptions where they are not entitled to. How can you preach and say that do not have a seven-star hotel in a high court? I'm sure when those people who got together and put their minds together to get this high court, it is for the benefit of the people. And at the fag end of the career of the Chief Justice, he comes and talks about focusing on litigants when there are so many litigants knocking at the temple for justice. Is it like the ticket collector? After he's dead and gone, that justice will be delivered, and then tomorrow you will feel, oh my God, I was there in that post and position. I could have done that, but I did not do it because maybe I was under pressure. When you're kept in that post and position, you have to understand it is God appointing you in that authority. And the people of a country are praying for people who are in authority, right from the Chief Justice of Supreme Court to the lower courts and the police and all those people. And it is our prayer. It's not we are against these people. And when the Chief Justice of India, Bushan Gavai, had taken up as a Chief Justice, I had prayed for the Chief Justice. But when I see that people do not practice what they preach, I'm duty bound as Prophet Nathan to say that yes, there is something wrong and things have to be corrected. Otherwise, our country is going haywire. So here, friends, this is Anson Thomas once again, a voice for the voiceless. And we all need to stand up because India is my country. And all Indians are my brothers and sisters. And we need to stand up and we need to speak. And we need to be a voice for the voiceless. And we will see changes coming in the days to come. So may God bless you and God keep you. Shalom. Thank you very much.